good? Welcome back. My name's Justin, and yeah, if you're new around here, then consider subscribing to my YouTube channel because there's tons of stuff on the way, and yeah, so there will be a 2025 video rewind of my videos that will be uploaded in 2026. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, as you can tell by the title, this is Snapchat horror stories. So, story number one. So, once upon a time, there was these two kids or two people. So one of them were just scrolling on Snapchat and came across this account on Snapchat, and but it appeared there was no profile picture, just the default profile picture. Then it would be like user 4579841. Well, that's just a fake anonymous username. So, like, one of those default usernames, then just with numbers in them. And which the said user was being very cryptic and was leaving hints that they know the person. And then the person started asking, like, well, if you know me so much, then tell me one thing about me. And but 2 weeks later, and one of the people had to mute that user, and 2 weeks later there was several missed messages, and which there was also pictures as well, which were taken not too far from like a location that people would normally be, or like any most common area of people would be. Then the unknown user did send pictures where the person wasn't aware those pictures were taken. And well, then she actually called the cops. My day's actually going well. And yeah, then they showed the evidence of, and yeah, these are 100% fake stories. So I just like to clear up any misconception. These are 100% fake. And well, I just thought I would tell like horror stories now on my channel, since I do like watching horror stories on YouTube. I thought, why not jump on the bandwagon and start telling some of my own horror stories myself? And I guess the moral of the story is people aren't what they seem, and yeah, people aren't what they seem. Story number 2. So, yeah, story number 2. So, it first started out when Snapchat, well, one person installed Snapchat, and it has to do with the built-in AI on Snapchat. So the AI in Snapchat was acting very strange. And yeah, for a couple weeks, it started asking a bit way too personal questions. Yeah, a lot of personal questions and other things to do with that. And it looked like the Snapchat AI like wanted to know more about the person, and then, well, later on the Apple user or Samsung user then emailed Snapchat, or actually emailed tech support for on Snapchat, and let them know that the AI was acting up, and then to then give a software update to like update the app itself, and then even possibly like reinstall the app, then relog in with like information in that you would commonly do. And yeah, so that moral of the story is you try not to mess with what you don't understand, because maybe the AI itself, well, it is just uh in its early stages, or well, something like that. So yeah, now on to the next story. Story number 3. So a group of friends were actually, well, they seen like uh a place where there's a lot of like talk about like this place in the urban exploration community, and they wanted to further investigate it and to see what all the fuss was about. So they actually had the Snapchat maps, the Snap Maps up to then triangulate where the location is, so they wouldn't be given false information or being misled. And yeah, so they did some further investigation to see like what's in there, because there was a very dark backstory to this building. And yeah, so several hours later, 3M approaches and they start hearing, like, they start encountering paranormal activity, and so, yeah, that concludes this story. Next, I think it will be the back rooms. So, stay tuned for that, and thanks much for watching. More horror stories will be told. So, bye bye. And more videos later on. I will be modifying my mob farm with the chicken farm in Minecraft. I know that's like unrelated. So, yeah.